Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Leamonpuppy here. So today I wanted to look at my animation memes of this year and kind of like review them in a way. Cringe review, if that should be said. Basically, I made a video like this almost a year ago today, so I wanted to almost like remake it, you know, like do the ones that I've made this year and do the same thing I did in the last video and kind of just like cringe review them, you know, say some good things, say some bad things, say some things I cringed at. You get the point. Basically just kind of watch my videos and have something to say about them. So this video will likely be kind of long, but in a good way if you like to sit back and listen. So anyways, with that, let's get started with the video. I'm Leamonpuppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started with today's video. Okay, so I like this meme. I think it's cool how I said Animal Jam instead of Animal Crossing, because it's like they both have animal in them. I thought that was like kind of funny, and I don't know, I just wanted to kind of be original in my own way, so that was cool. But the animation itself, it's good at the start, like some nice animation, you know. Of course I wasn't the greatest. That was like one of my first on the list, so it was a long time ago, but for sure, it was fine, but then at the kind of more at the end, the animation just kind of stopped. It was more pictures, and it's fine to have pictures, but it was almost too much pictures, and I felt like it was kind of boring at that point. I feel like I could have just done more, something to make it better, more special. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Also, a lot of the characters were under development. Like Lucky is not even how he should look, honestly. Like he's gray and has spots on him. That's just kind of weird, but yeah, they were kind of under development. And I think Master looks a little different too. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, just kind of different and old for sure, but I don't hate it.
Love, brain, heart control, melatonin, love, heart control, you get me going. Brain, heart control, melatonin, love, brain, heart, wake up. Nice to meet ya. Who could you be? I am heart to make.
Okay, this is one that I actually really like, even though it's kind of old on the list. As you can tell, like, some of the characters looked a little different here. I think Queen, Princess's Phantom Form, I think she had different colors in her eyes or something weird. And I think that Lucky, he still had some white spots on his tail, kind of different for sure, but more or less they look pretty much the same as now, just a little minor differences. The animation itself, I quite like it. It went quite nicely. I was inspired by Joy-Con, I hope I'm saying that right. She's another animation meme YouTuber, and honestly, I love her animations. They're awesome, they're wonderful, so she was definitely a big inspiration for this one, but I also wanted to make it my own Animal Jam story, so I took my own twist and spin off it, and yeah, I really like what came out of it for sure. But yeah, I don't have much else to say. I just kind of like this one, even though it's old.
Welcome to Utopia!
Thanks. Can we go through?
Your membership cards, please.
Oh, no, we're not members. We just want to go down to the beach and...
Non-members!
Oh, God. It's a non-member stand. Is it these guys? This is a private spa. Get out of here, non-members!
We just want to have a beach bonfire sea turtle hatching party!
Yeah, these simple non-members are kind of cute when they're mad.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about this one, guys. This is an animation meme that I actually like kind of made. It's kind of my own, but I really, like, I don't like it. Like, okay, it's like, it was meant to be a joke, you know, more of a funny one, not really like a serious meme or anything like that, but I don't like it. I made this one on my iPad mini, so like I was already out of my comfort zone, if that makes sense, because I usually have a way bigger device that I use on, and I actually have an Apple Pencil, and I did not even get an Apple Pencil. I used my finger for this one, by the way, guys, if you didn't already know. And also, if you look really carefully, you can see like sketch lines. When I saved the video, I forgot to get rid of the sketch lines. I actually uploaded it to YouTube with the sketch lines. They're very faint, so not a lot of people can tell, but if you look hard enough, you can see them, and you'll notice them like you won't be able to not see them after that, which really sucks for me because I have to cringe at that. I kind of cringe at this one for sure, like the art and the eyes and the eyelashes, and why is like Puffy's like why is her teeth teal? Like what is going on? I don't like that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I actually quite like the timing on this one. Like, I feel like the animations flow really nice with the timing. I feel like the part where she's a phantom and she becomes a seal, I feel like that flowed quite nicely. A lot of you commented like, oh, I was trying to like pause it and watch that, so I don't know, that made me happy. I feel like I did good on that animation. When I look at it now, it's like, it's not like as good as back then. Like, I definitely feel like I could do a better job now, but like I definitely still think it was good for its time. You can notice that Princess, she has like dark gray eyes, and then she also has white eyes as the Phantom. I was going through a phase where I was like, I want her to have dark gray eyes, but then a friend reminded me that like her purple eyes kind of give her contrast as a character, and I kind of agreed with them, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. So I went back to purple eyes a little after. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say for this meme. No, I didn't cringe or anything, which is crazy. I've kind of cringed a little in the past few, but not this one.
Day in October, the leaves were falling just like me when it was over. One more day of sorrow and I'll struggle to stay sober. Hope to see you later when I get older. I still remember the smell of your perfume. It hasn't left me since the day you made me blue. I think I saw you, but I know I'm not supposed to. I must be dreaming, cause I don't believe in ghosts, yeah. I don't believe in ghosts, 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 I don't believe in ghosts.
I cringe really hard at this one. I'm gonna explain why. Okay, there's a few things. First of all, it starts off with like a purple grid and like words with white and purple. It's all purple, it's all white. So the words, they contrast with the background. I hate it, and I hate how it looks. It's so bad. So that's one. There's a few. Okay, I also hate how Lucky and Rosie look. I don't know what it is, but Lucky looks so weird. Like, when they're looking at Master, he just looks really weird, and it makes me cringe, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys think he looks weird, but something's off. Something is very off about him. I don't know. I drew him really weird or something. I feel like Master, his behind view, it looked really weird. It doesn't look like it should be correct. I don't like how I drew that. A lot of it just looks really bad. And then when you get to the animation part, it doesn't get much better. Like the part where they go on a grid background and like he throws the paint seed at her. When Master's like doing his like kind of talking, he starts off a little from the right and goes to the left as he goes down, and you can tell, and it looks really choppy and bad, and I really don't like this one, guys. Like, I don't know, it was Halloween, and I'm like, I want to make an animation meme on Halloween, so I made that in a day. Yeah, that's right, guys. I made this animation meme in a day's time. I don't know if I regret it. It was definitely a learning experience, very intense learning experience, but I don't like the outcomes. So that's obviously an explanation of you need time to really decide these things, you know? If I gave myself more time, maybe I would have realized, oh, the background and the font title look, or the words look, they contrast, they don't look good. Maybe I would have, you know, spent more time making it fluent, spent more time making things look better, you know? I think I just rushed things, and I don't really like how I did that. Also, the ending is very cringy, might I say, when Princess is like sitting as a seal. Like, I don't know why, something's off about it. She's like sitting straight and the mountain's curving down, and it does not look like she's sitting on that mountain. I messed up poorly on that. I was just rushing at that point. Alright, here we are again with major cringe. So, I don't like this one either. This was a gift for my friend Galaxy Mints. We did a Secret Santa with, I have a few YouTuber friends, which, we're not so much anymore since everyone keeps quitting, but, some of them are still kicking around. Anyways, besides that, I made this as her Secret Santa gift, and I really liked it at first, you know, like, there's some good parts in it for sure, and I'll get into that later on, but what I really hate is I hate the walk cycle. It is very choppy, and actually, a few people noticed in the comment section, and I didn't care, because I kind of knew it was true. I wasn't, like, offended or anything. I was kind of like, yeah, like, it is choppy. Like, good on them for being brave and saying that. Like, guys, don't be shy to speak out if you ever, like, what did Leeman do with, like, an animation? Because, honestly, criticism, it does help in the end, because then I'm like, okay, I gotta do this right next time and not do that, you know, because it makes me not want to mess up, and that's a good thing to want to do, you know. I don't want to mess up, guys, but I just feel like I really messed up on the walk cycle, and the reason why is because I didn't know how to really do a walk cycle, like a slow one for a walking, like, animal on 4 legs. So I searched up a reference, like a free reference to use. I found one, but I guess that my frames were not, like, they weren't, like, the same. I just used the reference, like, I had, like, a video, and I just paused it, played it, and kind of tried to, like, do the same on for mine, and it ended up not going so well. So maybe I should just figure it out on my own means next time. Honestly, I think that would be better if I just figured it out on my own and kind of did my own thing. I think it would have been better, because I have an idea on how a walk cycle for 4 animal, like a 4 animal leg would work, but I don't even know why I used a reference. I don't know. I was watching a video on someone and they said, oh yeah, references are great to use for animation. So I guess I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. But it ended up being really bad. So, but anyways, besides that, I do like the running. I like how the videos pop up every now and then, like Galaxy Mince's, like, oh my god, I just butchered her name there because I'm talking fast. But her thumbnails, I really like that. I don't know why. It just looks so cool how her eyes are like, doo, and then it just goes to the beat. And it's like, I don't know if you guys get it, but I get like this, like, just like this awesome, like, burst of, like, inspiration. Like, I can't explain it. I really like that part. But I hate the walk cycle, and it makes this animation meme kind of cringy for me. I'm not gonna lie. This one's all right. I don't hate it, but I don't love it by any means. It's just okay. Like, I look at it and I'm like, that is somewhat fluent animation, but there's definitely parts to point out that don't look so fluent. Like, for example, Prince's mane it just looks bad. I didn't animate the mane. It's a little hard to animate a mane. I'm starting to realize that Prince's design might not be the greatest for animation. I'm only starting to realize this now. Just the way I draw his mane. I'm not saying all lions. Like, if you draw the lion, like, with a circled mane or something like that, it could be easy. But for me, I have all these fluffs everywhere, and I have to animate each fluff to make it look just great and perfect. And if I just mess up on one, it's all of a sudden noticeable, and that's what happened. It's unfortunate, but yeah, if you go back, you'll kind of see what I mean. Some of the fluffs look a little weird when going down. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Master's, I really like his. I feel like his looks really cool with the amulets, the Myra and Zeos amulets kind of going with his hands, like floating sort of, like, just looks like very whimsical, magical, kind of cool. Princess's is fine too. Like, I don't see any problems with it. It was honestly just Princess for me that I kind of cringed at a little. The pictures I cringe at as well. Like, I just feel like I could have done something cooler, like, for the time and sound it gave. That's all we got, like, some weird photo of them and some X's going on. Like, I feel like I could have done something with, like, I don't know, like, maybe a cool, like, really shaded image, and it doesn't have to move, but, like, I could have just done something really fancy and just propped it in there, you know? It was only twice that the photos needed to come, so I could have done something cool. But I didn't, and I'm kind of sad about that, you know? I, like, wasted opportunity, but I don't hate this meme. I really like it. There's things about it that make me not love it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Alright, so this one's pretty fine. Honestly, I don't cringe too hard at it. Like, I don't really cringe at all. Like, there's a few scenes that I definitely, like, I don't really like how fast I changed the scenes up to hit with the music timing. I think it went a little too fast almost. I kind of wish I scratched out the one of Hazy putting on the flower, but when I was animating it, I'm like, well, if I don't do that, no one's gonna understand, like, what happened. Like, basically, guys, if you didn't already know and you watch this meme and you're curious, basically, King had the flower and its magic, and he gave it to Princess, as you can see, because I drew him giving it to Princess's hand since her hand's gray. A lot of you thought that was Hazy, but no, he likes Princess, guys. Unfortunately, Hazy shippers, you're gonna have to slow down there. But he gives it to Princess. Princess is scared because, I don't know, she can sense the magic, and she's like, oh no, like, this is magic. She's a little scared of what it could do. She doesn't maybe fully trust King. So basically, also, was I calling him Prince before, or was I calling him King? The same character, anyways. It's confusing sometimes with the King and Prince, like the same guy but different animal and phantom. Anyways, so basically, Princess is a little scared. Hazy comes along. I don't know if you guys have read my comic, but that will explain it from there. Basically, Hazy comes along and she's like, oh, like, what's that? Like, I'll try it on if you're scared. Like, I'm sure it's fine. She tries it on. Nothing happens at first. And then when she sees King, that's when it all goes downhill. She falls under a magic love spell for him. And that is why she's so head over heels for King. That is the main reason. She's cursed. She doesn't actually like him. She never actually liked him. And you can see that in the part where it's like, I made it so like, it starts off like with just them, and she doesn't have the flower on, and she's just staring off like whatever. And then you see her with the flower. She looks at him. She's all of a sudden excited. And you see her again with the flower, and she's just falling more in love with him because that's just the curse, unfortunately. So yeah, that's basically the whole idea of this. But unfortunately, honestly, like, this animation meme, it was kind of hard to work with. Like, I couldn't really explain what was going on too well with like it was really hard to even explain because there wasn't enough time and images that I could have used to explain this all. So it ended up kind of being confusing, and a lot of people didn't understand if it was Princess or if it was Hazy, like, who got the flower initially. But yeah, I kind of, like, a lot of people did read my comic, so they did know what was happening. But then for those of you who didn't read my comic, you were likely confused. Okay, so this one's pretty recent, like, really recent. I made this not even a week ago today, but, yeah, like, it's hard to say what I'll say or cringe or like, because, honestly, what happens with these animation memes is I like them, and then, as time goes on, I look back on them, and I cringe a little, because I realize what I did wrong, but I still wanted to include this one since I have made it, and I didn't want to just not put it on the list, because, I don't know, I feel like that would, I don't know, I'm gonna forget about it if I ever create another list, I'm definitely just gonna forget about it. So anyways, I'll get into how I feel. I like this one. I like it a lot. I feel like the timing is off, and a few people actually noticed that. Thanks for being brave and saying something. I think like 1 or 2 people said something. It's not too noticeable. Like, honestly, you wouldn't really notice it. I just, at the start, when he's doing the meow, I did not say that right. Anyways, when he does the little meow thingy, he does it a little late, and that's pretty noticeable, but that's about it. Everything else, you can't even really tell. It's too, like, not with the music, like, you can't even really tell, which is good. Maybe the words, if I had to say, like, maybe, like, when they're getting erased, when, like, it's just, they get erased and then it's about to start, like, maybe that doesn't go too much with the time or beat either, but other than that, I really don't see anything, like, not really going with the beat. I really like Lucky drinking the drink, the soda pop. If any of you understand that, because I made a post on Instagram, like a joke, because all my characters have some sort of like struggle they're going through, or pain, or something they're dealing with, or something like that. And then Lucky's just there wanting a Jamaa soda. I called it a Jamaa soda. I just kind of referenced off, I think in Animal Jam PC they have like kind of a pop can you can put in your den. I just referenced off of those colors. I don't know if anyone noticed, but yeah, that's what I referenced off of. It ended up just looking like a regular Coke or Pepsi, but yeah, I referenced off of a den item, actually, in the PC games, believe it or not, as I make Play Wild content. But, yeah, that's kind of it for this meme. I feel like the emotes, I kind of wish I maybe, made the fluff move with everything else, like his like cheek fluff. It didn't move, it just stayed. If you go back to it, and it might look weird now that I mention this, but if you go back to it and notice him moving with like all the emotes, you might notice that his like cheek fluffs, they never move. and it does kind of like, it looks weird once you think about it and look at it, but yeah, other than that, I really like this one, and it's fairly new to say the least, so my opinion might change on it later on. I'm not quite sure, but I do like it. I feel like Lucky, I really like Lucky. He's funny, he's silly, and he's just kind of a joke, like, I don't want to say a joke character, but he's just there to make things silly, but also, you know, he's gonna have character growth with the other characters, and I think sometimes you need that character that maybe doesn't have as much struggles or going through a lot, just to kind of be there to joke around, but he still has character growth and a lot of things that he has to learn, and he's still a full-fledged character of the team, and just because he doesn't have all these struggles doesn't mean he's any less appreciated, and that's why I wanted to make an animation meme for him. Anyways, that's it for this video. I had fun doing this. I actually went unscripted. I don't know if anyone could tell. I mean, I said quite a bit, so probably you probably knew that I was unscripted, but yeah, I totally was. My last video, this is like, I'm gonna call it part 2, because the first one, it's kind of like a part 1, you know, like part 1, this is part 2, you know. Anyways, but my first one, I think I scripted it. I'm pretty sure I scripted each thing, but it's like, I kind of want to go unscripted in some ways, because then what I did is I watched through, and then right after I talk, like, I had no, like, chance to really grasp it. I went on to just talk. I feel like that's the best way to go, because then I talk about what I just watched and how I felt, you know, in the moment, and like everything I disliked and it honestly, in some ways, it's better to do it that way than to just write out a script on how you feel, because I feel like this is more honest in some ways, even though I don't really go unscripted a lot, because I do end up saying like 1,000 times and getting like my words get jumbled up. I don't think that happened too much, and I'm really shocked actually, like my words didn't get jumbled up that much considering I'm unscripted, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, so anyways, this is a long outro, but that's it for this video, and hopefully a part 3 will come out maybe next year. I really like my YouTube channel, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. I think I've told this to a lot of you, like, I know a lot of YouTubers are leaving the community, but for me, even if I don't play Animal Jam that much, I can still talk about the game, because I love the game, I love the community, and I love making animations, and I love my story swap. So for me, there's no reason to leave, and I don't think I ever will. And I still play Animal Jam. Maybe I don't go on as much as I used to, but I still play it, and I have lots of things to say about the game, and I love to help out the community in any way I can, and I just don't want to leave, I guess, is what I'm saying here. So you don't need to worry about me ever leaving, because I won't. I just don't want to. Well, like, to an extent. I don't know if I'm going to be on this game when I'm, like, 30, but I'm definitely gonna stay for quite a while, so yeah. Anyways, I'm getting distracted again. This is the end of the video. It's been Leamonpuppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.